We're living in amazing times when the leader of the free world is able to condemn evil and terrorism and violence in the way that President Trump explained it to the leaders of the Arab world recently. Take a look at this incredible speech.
65% of its population is under the age of 30. Like all young men and women, they seek great futures to build, great national projects to join, and a place for their families to call home. But this untapped potential, this tremendous cause of optimism, is held at bay by bloodshed and terror. There can be no coexistence with this violence. There can be no tolerating it, no accepting it, no excusing it, and no ignoring it. Every time a terrorist murders an innocent person and falsely invokes the name of God, it should be an insult to every person of faith. Terrorists do not worship God, they worship death. If we do not act against this organized terror, then we know what will happen and what will be the end result. Terrorism's devastation of life will continue to spread. Peaceful societies will become engulfed by violence, and the futures of many generations will be sadly squandered. If we do not stand in uniform condemnation of this killing, then not only will we be judged by our people, not only will we be judged by history, but we will be judged by God. This is not a battle between different faiths, different sects, or different civilizations. This is a battle between barbaric criminals who seek to obliterate human life and decent people, all in the name of religion. People that want to protect life and want to protect their religion. This is a battle between good and evil. When we see the scenes of destruction in the wake of terror, we see no signs that those murdered were Jewish or Christian, Shia or Sunni. When we look upon the strains of innocent blood soaked into the ancient ground, we cannot see the faith or sect or tribe of the victims. We see only that they were children of God whose deaths are an insult to all that is holy. But we can only overcome this evil if the forces of good are united and strong, and if everyone in this room does their fair share and fulfills their part of the burden. Terrorism has spread all across the world, but the path to peace begins right here on this ancient soil in this sacred land. America is prepared to stand with you in pursuit of shared interests and common security. But the nations of the Middle East cannot wait for American power to crush this enemy for them. The nations of the Middle East will have to decide what kind of future they want for themselves, for their country, and frankly, for their families and for their children. It's a choice between two futures, and it is a choice America cannot make for you. A better future is only possible if your nations drive out the terrorists and drive out the extremists. Drive them out. Drive them out of your places of worship. Drive them out of your communities. Drive them out of your holy land. And drive them out of this earth.
Forceful words spoken brilliantly. I find it interesting that some of the biggest genocides of recent history were committed by atheists. When you think of Stalin, Mussolini, and of course Hitler. These are people who openly rejected the belief in God. What President Trump was doing in this speech, he was speaking to a group of religious people. These Arabs are believers in Allah. They believe in one God. And by invoking in them their faith, he's helping them realize that when you believe in God, it's then that you believe in every human being created in the image of God. An atheist doesn't believe in God and therefore doesn't necessarily believe that every human being has the right to exist. But what the president of the United States was doing in the speech was allowing these leaders of the Arab world to realize that if you truly believe in God, then it's God who created us all in his image, not only those of us who subscribe to their brand of faith. And if we could only accept our faith with strength instead of insecurity, not being threatened by the faith of others, it's then that we can see the divine presence of God in every single human being, allowing for a brighter and better world ahead of us all tomorrow.